Inmates in a local jail can now keep in contact with loved ones, even behind bars.
Eerie yet beautiful sounds of Halloween filled Flagstaff earlier this week.
And later, get a look into a spiritful celebration known as Dia De Los Muertos.
Happy Halloween and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm community anchor Alexa Dumidi.
And I'm student anchor Aurelia Quaddy. Thanks for joining us. An Arizona Court of Appeals this week ruled on a Flagstaff legal case that just may change the way some prosecutors in Arizona use evidence in court. It was about 2 years ago that then 18-year-old Roberto Salamanca drove his car head-on into another vehicle, killing driver Kyle Wibble, a college student. A Coconino County prosecutor in the case says Salamanca was racing down Route 66 around 80 miles an hour. He was intoxicated and was texting his girlfriend at the time of the crash. Lawyers mentioned his texting as part of the evidence. Salamanca was convicted and sent to prison for 22 years. But his defense attorney appealed, saying because texting isn't illegal, it should not have been allowed in the testimony. This week, the state court ruled for the prosecution, saying the crude text messages showed Salamanca's angry state of mind.
But the angry text messages sent within a couple of minutes for one of them and less than a minute for another of the collision were really indicative of a horrifying level of recklessness.
Other counties in the state are already using texting as evidence, and it looks like Coconino might be the next one to do so as well.
The Navajo Nation has signed off on an $85 million purchase of a local coal mine. The deal with Australian-based BHP Billiton is expected to close December 1st. The Navajo mine provides power to nearly 300,000 homes in Arizona and is the sole provider of coal in the nearby Four Corners power plant. The tribe has been looking to buy the mine, which produces 8.5 million tons of coal per year. BHP will manage the mine for 3 years. On Wednesday, the Bureau of Reclamation held a work meeting at the Museum of Northern Arizona. Officials will draft an agreement to guide development of the Navajo Generating Station and the Kayenta Mine Complex. NAZ Today reporter Cody Turk has more.
And Bureau of Reclamation is a business company. They're a business corporation.
At this meeting, officials collected input in part to conduct a cultural review.
This began as a closed discussion on water and power. It took a turn when protesters showed up to make their voices heard.
In all the publication and reportings, they're basically stating that we're still a primitive society. They're not using those exact words, but basically that's what they're saying, that we are still a bunch of savages.
Protesters accused federal officials of confiscating indigenous history. They claim mining interests have resulted in the desecration of millions of remains and artifacts. All of these now reside in vaults at universities. They say the process has to change.
A lot of their approaches is, I think, very misleading to the American public, and it's not just now, but for a lot of years.
And once we heard that folks would be protesting and that there was an interest, we opened that meeting up. We invited folks in, and we heard their concerns. And so I think that that was an important acknowledgement that there were other people here that had interests, and there was no reason not to bring him into this meeting.
This is the first meeting of many to come in a process that will not likely end before 2019. With NAZ Today, I'm Cody Turk.
Coconino County Jail is working to make communication between inmates and their families easier. Reporter Mason Agnew takes us inside the jail to look at how this innovative new system is changing visitations.
When you think of visiting a friend or a loved one in jail, images of plexiglass screens and cinder block walls come to mind. But a new development at Coconino County Jail will allow for video visitation, either from the jail itself or for the comfort of home over the internet.
And it also gives inmates the ability to visit with people maybe they haven't seen in years because they live in Florida or they live in New York or wherever. And you know, that's kind of heartwarming to see when they are having a visit with somebody they haven't seen for 5 years.
Employees of Coconino County Jail believe that this will contribute to the safety of the jail, as inmates will no longer need to be escorted to the visitation room. In addition to their already free one visit a week, this system will allow for additional paid visits. The system also contains many other communication methods that allow for greater contact between the inmates and their loved ones.
They can also do photos and games, messaging, wall posts, and a profile video, and all of those things have a fee attached to them, and the inmate would pay for them.
For NAZ Today, I'm Mason Agnew.
The ease of communication is hopefully going to improve the transition for inmates who are reintegrating into society.
Arizona officials are analyzing the results of government-funded hunting that has killed nearly 700 coyotes in northern Arizona. The purpose of the hunting is to reduce the killing of pronghorn antelope fawns. The Department of Game and Fish paid over $100,000 for the hunting between 2010 and 2012. Most of the hunting was conducted from aircraft by the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Well, Halloween is a holiday that can bring fun and celebration to all, but if you aren't careful, it can also be a little dangerous. So we have a list of tips to keep in mind while participating in All Hallows Eve festivities.
Always be in a group. Never go trick-or-treating alone.
And make sure your costumes have reflective tape that can be seen in the dark.
Never go into a house unless there is a trusted adult present.
And only consume candy or treats that are factory wrapped. Steer clear of homemade foods.
And finally, avoid fire hazards that can be caused from decorative candles and wear fire-resistant costumes.
For more information on Halloween safety, please visit naztoday.com/links.
Magic, adventure, and fright all become a part of tonight's entertainment spotlight with the Flagstaff Symphony Orchestra.
And culture comes alive to celebrate the dead in Flagstaff. We'll be right back.
Happy Halloween, everyone. I'm student forecaster Virginia Beamer. Here's a look at what to expect tonight for all of you going out to trick-or-treat. Clear skies and light winds as brisk temperatures are around from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Flagstaff and areas surrounding are going to be in the 40s, falling into the 30s. Sedona and Verde Valley, 50s, falling into the 40s, and Payson, upper 40s to low 40s. Lee Bourne will have your full forecast after this.
Hi, I'm Lee from the Ski House in Flagstaff, Arizona, and I'd like to show you a little bit of our ski store. We've got the newest products for 2013 from Line, Armada, Rossignol, Scott, Marker, Full Tilt, and many others. If you see something on our wall and you want to try it, take part of our demo program. We have hundreds of demo skis you can try before you buy for as low as $45 a day. So come on up to Flagstaff when you're going out to the Arizona Snow Bowl, and you can be as stylish as our model Holly. She's got some of the latest helmets from Burn, Spy, Nomis, and pants from Sessions. Not just stylish, but also technical. Ski House, we got you covered, any budget.
Well, Flagstaff has been gearing up for Halloween for quite some time, and Thursday we brought you a preview of a very special symphony concert. And tonight, NAZ Today's Sierra Ferguson is bringing the show right to you.
Tonight's entertainment spotlight is on a Halloween theme. I'm here at Ardrey Auditorium to bring you to the stage where Harry Potter met Darth Vader.
We created magic tonight.
I think the purpose of tonight's show was to introduce new people to the symphony that wouldn't ordinarily come and hear Beethoven or Brahms or regular classical music.
Something different to do on a Friday night, something that you can do with your friends and with your family, and it's fun because everyone loves the movies and it just kind of reminds you of that.
Young and old, big and small, audience members and performers arrived in the Halloween spirit. The Avengers blew their horns, minions played percussion, and Concertmaster Yoda pulled out a violin to make this evening one to remember.
Yeah, I remember walking out on stage tonight and everybody's in costume, and so everybody's checking each other's costumes out and looking around.
I really do enjoy the costumes. I think that the entire audience participation part was really good.
The audience was with us every single note. I think they not only knew every single note, but they were just waiting to hear something that they, that they especially loved. And when they did, boy, they burst forth. We sold out tonight.
I had to come. Like, it's John Williams. I had to come tonight. Couldn't miss it.
This program meant something special to everyone we talked to. making this a truly incredible show, a show that united a community of music lovers.
There's nothing more fabulous than to perform a composer who captures the spirit of America and who captures our lives. He is really reflecting our most noble, our most heroic, our most comic character as Americans.
Music for Star Wars is why I started playing the viola when I was, 8, 9 years old. That opening fanfare just gives me goosebumps every time.
When I was little, watching movies like this, I always wanted to pretend I was someone else, so then you get to come in costume and relive the movies.
With the help of the composer who scored blockbuster hit after blockbuster hit, the symphony presented to an enthusiastic audience. But this was just one show in this season's series. The Flagstaff Symphony will continue to have much more to offer.
They deserve a lot more attention than they get, honestly, because this symphony is phenomenal. They've got some really great players, and it's really well put together and very professional. So I like coming out when everybody's here and everybody likes what's going on and is happy.
What the orchestra is, it's a family of people that live and breathe and teach and go to school and do everything right here in Flagstaff. It's the Flagstaff's Symphony Orchestra. And I think this concert, especially because obviously it was very popular, it challenges the orchestra musically, but it also brings great joy to our audience. So we can't get any better than this.
For NAZ Today with videographer Gavin Dunham, I'm Sierra Ferguson.
And the Flagstaff Symphony's next performance will come around just in time for the holidays. On December 6th, FSO will feature the NAU Community Dance and Academy Ballet Troupe in the Nutcracker Ballet. You won't want to miss out on this.
Ghouls, ghosts, and goblins. Children around the city have been showing off their costumes all day, counting down the minutes until trick-or-treating begins. NAZ Today's Carrie Frederick has a look into some of this year's scariest and cutest Halloween costumes.
Halloween is often a favorite holiday for children. We went to a local school to find out how they are celebrating.
We have a parade at the end of the day, but before that, many of the teachers will have little parties and the parents come in and they bring apples and healthy foods, and we just relax and have fun.
We talked to a few local children to find out what they were dressing up for Halloween.
Oh, I'm dressed up as Tom, and my sister is Jerry, and we thought it would just be fun to be Tom and Jerry. I'm dressed up as a fairy princess. And I'm dressed up as Batman, and my brother's as Superman. I am a witch, and I don't really know why I picked this. I just like it. I have no idea what this is, but I picked it because it was spooky.
For NAZ Today, with help from videographer Carrie Frederick, I'm Paige Lawrenson.
On Saturday and Sunday, the Museum of Northern Arizona hosted an authentic celebration of Hispanic culture. NAZ Today went to this event to bring you the details.
Day of the Dead, or Dia De Los Muertos, is a Hispanic cultural celebration that turns grief for the departed into a festival that celebrates life and family. Juan Carlos Ortiz told us what Flagstaff's Day of the Dead activities meant to him.
I wanted to learn about my culture.
Day of the Dead, unlike a lot of Western mourning rituals, is all about remembrance and joy.
No more sadness. They're not in pain. They're not sad anymore. They are in a better life.
Ofrendas, or offerings, are a huge part of the Day of the Dead celebration. Altars are filled with objects that are meant to beckon the souls of those who have passed on, encouraging them to join the living for a day of festivities.
There's a great formal invitation to the spirits to come back home. We have the candies because my mother, my brother, my uncles, most of them, they really enjoy the sweets. The flowers, this is the typical flower for celebrate them. And then this is the Santa Muerte, the one to help them after they pass away for the next journey. And then she bless your house, protect your family, and this is why we're here.
For NAZ Today, I'm Sierra Ferguson.
Well, the weather sure has been getting colder. Find out from Lee Bourne if we can expect this cooling trend to continue.
And a rivalry volleyball match went down last night. Catch highlights and words from graduating athletes coming up. Stay with us.
I just got a house full of Suddenlink.
with an all-new home phone service that can actually do tricks, like send voicemail to email.
It's your mother. Call me.
Automatically, and pop caller ID onto my TV, giving new meaning to call screening. Plus, I got E911 to pinpoint our house, and unlimited long distance to flatten our bill. Suddenly, the phone company seems cheesy, because Suddenlink just reinvented home phone and made it look easy.
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science, become the mayor or something, make the situation better for other people. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
All right, woke up to a cold morning out there this morning, one of the coldest mornings of the season. Here's a look at some of the temperatures. Whoa, guys are messing with me back there. Nice one. Flagstaff, 19 degrees this morning, 15 at the Grand Canyon. It was 25 in Winslow, 34 degrees in Payson. Prescott down to 28 degrees and didn't warm up all that well across much of the region. Some areas stayed quite cool. Here in Flagstaff, our high temperature only checking in at 55 degrees. Grand Canyon only 52. Sedona 63. Prescott 62 degrees. Gorgeous day out there today. Not a cloud in the sky. Light winds, and we're in for some more of that here as we make our way into the next couple days. I call it a little bit cool because average for this time of year 57 degrees, and our 55 in Flagstaff just a couple degrees below that, well below average here with our 19-degree early morning low, but not near the record low of 7 degrees set back in 1935. Sure can get cold out there this time of year. It's going to be a cold trick-or-treating out there for you tonight as temperatures are already dropping pretty fast. Clear skies throughout the western United States. We're into high pressure now, but that storm system that impacted us over the middle portion of the week now moving into a good portion of Tennessee, Ohio River Valley, the main low pressure system wrapping some moisture around into the Midwest. So pretty wet soaker out there for a good portion of the country out there for trick-or-treating tonight. And this storm system will continue on the eastern seaboard tomorrow. For us, it's more high pressure to round out the work week, also into the early portion of the weekend. As we get into Sunday, another storm system starts to make its way down through the Pacific Northwest, and that'll match up with another weak area of low pressure out of the southwest. Maybe a few high clouds and a little bit breezy out there on Sunday. Winds pick up as we make our way later into the day on Sunday, and then a cold front moves through on Monday. Much chillier, still a little bit unsettled as to whether we're going to see any moisture on Monday. Maybe a few rain showers from Flagstaff northward on the day on Monday. Much cooler out there, and then we'll start to get into some nicer weather as we get into mid next week. Okay, current temperatures out there for trick-or-treating. As I mentioned, temperatures already cool. Virginia talked about our trick-or-treating forecast. It's 45 right now in Flag, 43 at the Grand Canyon, 56 degrees in Prescott, and it's 55 right now for you in Payson. Okay, overnight tonight, 22 degrees, clear, calm, and cold, and pretty cold for us here in Flagstaff. Temperatures will drop down pretty substantially for the kids that are out there a little bit later. We'll be getting down into the 30s here in the next couple of hours, so definitely bundle the kiddos up. 57 degrees are forecast out there tomorrow, a couple degrees warmer than we were today. Sunrise at 6:48. Okay, forecast temperatures overnight tonight, another cold one across the state. Sedona forecasting you get down to 43, 72 for a high tomorrow. Prescott 68. This is a nice warm up for you guys down in Sedona and Prescott. I'm forecasting for tomorrow and Friday as strong high pressure takes hold, although it's transitory. It's not like that last high pressure system we had that lasted for a couple weeks. This one will just be around a couple days before the next fall storm system due late Sunday, Monday. I have the wind in there. Temperatures gorgeous. 61 degrees forecast in Flagstaff here on Saturday, and the breeze picks up a little cooler on Sunday, a little chance of some rain showers come Monday, and we're down into the mid-40s again. And your Sedona forecast, plenty of sunshine, gorgeous temperatures next couple days, cool nights, a little bit breezy out there Sunday and Monday, and a cool down in store as well early next week.
That sounds nice, but you know, it is a bummer when all the kids have their cute costumes, but they have to bundle up because it's so cold outside.
Well, I know you guys show them how to do it. I see all the NAU students out there in mini skirts and nothing on Halloween, so maybe that's what they should do.
No one cares if a college student gets the cold.
Yeah, right.
Everyone cares if their 4-year-old does. Kaylee, big rivalry match last night?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I was there at the game, and I will tell you guys all about it coming up.
Hi, I'm Terry Markson. As seasons change, so does the inventory at Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. But before we make room for the 2014 Cadillacs, we've still got a huge selection of brand new 2013s to choose from. Models like the powerful CTS, the ATS voted 2013 Car of the Year, the popular SRX crossover, and Cadillac's crown jewel, the Escalade. You can always count on our same relaxed, no pressure environment. Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac, real hometown value.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
As we reach the end of October, we reach the end of volleyball season. Last night, the Flagstaff Lady Eagles and the Coconino Lady Panthers battled it out on the Eagles court for this rivalry volleyball match. It was a crazy fan-packed night in the gym for both teams. They started everything off with senior night, as many Lady Eagles played their last home game ever.
It's my last game ever playing at home, but it's like sweet, you know. I'm really sad, but I'm happy I got to play with her my last home game. You know, it's kind of bittersweet. It's been a good 4 years here for me and Haley and like a couple of the other seniors, but at the same time, we're off to bigger and better things, and it was great to win on our last game, especially against Coconino.
And once the match begun, it wasn't long until it was over. The Eagles swept the Panthers 3-0.
You know, Randy and Haley and Courtney did a great job in the back row. Again, same with our serve receive. So it was a great team effort all the way around.
Senior Randy Powers had 15 kills and 14 digs, while senior Haley Leffel had 3 aces and 11 digs. The Lady Eagles are 4th in Division III, while the Panthers are 16th. The Coco girls still have a chance to make it to the playoffs. And continuing the Flag Coco rivalry, both teams will be in the Sky Dome tomorrow night for an inter-city rivalry football game. This will be the last game of the season for both of these teams, as the Flagstaff boys have an overall record of 5-4, while the Panthers had a struggling season with an overall record of 1-8. This game will start at 7:30 tomorrow night, so make sure you are there to support these local teams. A big shout out and a congratulations to NAU swimmer Kendall Brown. She was a key swimmer in the season opening against New Mexico last Saturday, as she helped the Jacks to a victory, 166.5 to 131.5. She took 3 overall individual wins out of the 10 victories by NAU on Saturday. She won the 800 freestyle by 20 seconds with a career best time of 9:07:01. And in the Roll Activity Center last night, the NAU men's basketball team had their exhibition game against Arizona Christian to start the season off. Dwayne Russell had 27 points as Chris Yanku had 12 for the game. As Arizona Christian was better trained for this game, Coach Murphy says that the Lumberjacks will be working on their defense.
I think defensively we have to cover the three-point line a little bit better. They were 7 of 18 in the first half from the three-point line, and a lot of those came on second chance points. They only had 4 offensive rebounds in the first half, but out of those 4, I think all 4 led to three-pointers wide open. So we have to do a better job on the defensive glass, and once we do rebound the ball, run.
Not only do they need to run the ball, but they will also be working on their training before each game.
We got to stop playing around so much in practice. Sometimes we know we're talented, but we don't put the hard work behind it sometimes. And I think that this came up, as us coming out here, it shows that we need to start taking practice more serious.
Their first regular season game will start November 9th against the University of Texas at San Antonio. And staying on the paint, the Phoenix Suns hosted the Portland Trailblazers last night for their opening game. In the first quarter, Eric Bledsoe has the ball, finding a way around as he lobs it up for Miles Plumlee, who puts this one down. And end of the second quarter, Damian Lillard has the ball as he will hit this three-pointer to make the score 48-43 in favor of Phoenix. And then with just 4 seconds remaining, Lillard has the ball again and will put 3 more points on the board for Portland. Third quarter, Suns still up. Archie Goodwin is going to drive this down and come up short, but PJ Tucker is there to finish. And fourth quarter as Portland will lose the ball when LaMarcus Aldridge will almost take this one back. But now a Suns fast break. Bledsoe passing to Gordon Dragic for the breakaway slam. The Phoenix Suns would take a win 104-91. And baseball season was officially over last night in Game 6 of the World Series. Taking you here into the bottom of the first, Dustin Pedroia will smack this far to left field, but it will go way out to be a foul ball. And then at the top of the second with John Jay up to bat, this will be a strikeout, as there were a lot of these in this game. Shane Victorino up now, cracking this ball way high to left field, bouncing off the Green Monster into Holiday's hands, throwing this in after sending Ortiz and Gomes to home plate. Umpire would call it safe, even though some of the Cardinals, especially the catcher, didn't really agree. And bottom fourth, Waka pitches to Stephen Drew to whack this one right center, and it's gone in the stands for the homer to put this score 4-0. And now Ross up to bat. He will pop this pitch to center for a base hit as Napoli will put the 5th run onto the board. And for the play of the night, Koji will strike out Matt Carpenter to end the game. In 98 years, since 1918, the Red Sox win the World Series at home. They took a 4-2 series win, ending this game 6-1.
Well, after having those Suns in Flagstaff, it's good to see them win.
It really is. I mean, it is just the beginning, and it was the Portland Trail Blazers, but hopefully they can keep up and actually have a winning streak.
Portland's supposed to be pretty good. That's a good opening season win.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
For over 20 years and with more than 65,000 success stories, Coconino Community College is vital to your future.
My name is Josie Escoto. Unlike most college students, I enrolled in CCC's Allied Health Program at the age of 45. And today, I work in the healthcare industry. When I become a registered nurse, I'll be giving back by helping those in need. And that's why I support Coconino Community College.
With your support, Coconino Community College will remain efficient, effective, and excellent.
Ready to follow your dreams? Let Northern Arizona University chart your course with local classes at more than 30 campuses statewide.
My NAU is in the Valley.
My NAU is in Mojave County. Convenient, affordable, with accredited degree programs.
My NAU is in Tucson.
My NAU is on the reservation. The extended campuses of Northern Arizona University, statewide, online, and in Flagstaff.